Okay.
It is Sessions. Just had a wicked session with Apathy. The buck stops here. And that was fun. And now we got FatLip Writer's Block from Pickenchews. Thank you, Pickenchews. Let's give a big round of applause for Pickenchews. J-Pick. By the way, J-Pick, since you're probably watching this, we were just talking about how you should get in on the 5-layer dip. We have 5 MCs currently, but let's make it a 6-layer dip. It's all in Discord, so get on that, record a 16, send me the 16-bar verse in a wave form, and we will get you on that track. And it's just a fun track. It's not like we are going to put it on Spotify and shit, but there's no features. We're not paying for it. It's just the group. So quality is not the utmost concern. I mean, try and make it sound good.
Just get dip, bro.
But don't stress about it sounding perfect. That's what I'm saying.
Just start dipping.
Yeah. So, Ignacio, why don't you tell us about, or why don't you just tell us how we're doing? This is a separate video now, so we kind of got to do a little bit of an introduction every video. Man. How are you? How'd that Apathy track go?
That Apathy track was fun. I think people are going to be kind of interested in the direction that the conversation took us as far as cinematography is concerned.
Yeah. We basically wrote a movie.
We pretty much wrote a short story there.
Yeah. So hopefully someone sees this and does it. That'd be great. I'd watch it.
And Quentin Tarantino's going to direct it. So
you never know.
Yeah, and he's going to come to us. And he's going to buy the idea office for $3 billion, and we're gonna get entire Wu-Tang on retainer for collaborations. We'll just give them a yearly fee, and they give us collabs whenever we want.
And we'll have to wear gloves when we handle the money because according to Apathy, you never know.
That money's seen some shit. So why don't you tell us about FatLip Writer's Block? Why'd you pick this?
Right now you guys have a lot going on with features and collaborations and just music in general, and I just felt like this was fitting. Haven't heard it. I'm not sure what's in store for us here, but I mean, with the title you can almost get
seems pertinent.
Yeah, pertinent to what's going on right now. So I just thought this might be something fun. See where the conversation goes, and let's see what's up.
LP, what do you know about FatLip? I don't know much about FatLip. There's a Madlib. Madlib and FatLip did stuff together, didn't they?
Blue, I think, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, and Blue as well. Yeah, Blue.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be a treat for me. I'm not so familiar, so I don't have a lot of basis for context or comparison. But I will say, when I see the title, Writer's Block, it makes me think of this. Where's this from? I don't understand how a writer could get writer's block so cold. My problem is having too much and being unable to get it down. Yo, why is the Ripper so ill? That would be an unpardonable breach of confidence for me to reveal. Right?
I love cannabis.
Yeah, me too.
Oh boy.
FatLip and Blue and Madlib, these are all guys that stand out to me, and I don't even really know them that well. So obviously what little I've heard had an impact on me. It makes me think like we should reach out to these guys. Like, why not get them on a Templeheads track?
I think we've done quite a bit of both FatLip and Blue as far as previous music
we've
that we've
previous shows.
Blue for sure.
Yeah, I think
definitely.
Blue for sure. Yeah.
Didn't we hear Blue on a track with some reggae artist?
I don't know. I don't know why, but I feel like we've heard Blue with Superstition or in that crew somewhere or something.
Superstition's down for doing a Templeheads track.
Really cool.
In the new year. I forgot to mention him earlier. All right, well let's get to the song. It's called Writer's Block. This is from Pickenchews. Hopefully we don't get it.
Fuck!
Writer's Block.
It's a fun beat already.
Right.
The Loneliest Punk. This album's called.
1 out of every 2 people that see me in the street ask me about my CD. What style will I create? And what's the delay on the release date? I hate to tell y'all the cold truth. I'm an old nigga in the vocal booth. I could have been a legend like Big and Pac, but I caught a bad case of writer's block. Writer's block, for those unaware, is a condition that's hardly rare. Often compared to a tree that bears no fruit, a bank account with no loot. The inability to produce a thought, ideas get stale and brain cells rot. Failed attempts at concentration, I'm in a state of psychological stagnation. So what you gonna do? Damn. Try to write it, but nothing will come to you. Don't try to fight it, tell me what's it gonna be. Don't lose your cool, I know it's usually so easy. But now you've been caught up in writing. Stuck on stupid, think about the new kid on the block as the clock keeps ticking. Time is of essence, must maintain presence. Out of sight, out of mind, still can't find the words to explain my joy and my pain. I'm going insane, like the nigga from The Shining. Everything on the line when I rhyme, and the only way I pay rent, I represent. The only way I eat, I rhyme to a beat. The only way I buy clothes, I rock shows. Now you can see why the problem is posed. So what you gonna do? To you. Don't try to fight it, tell me what's it gonna be. So cool, I know it's usually so.
They are also familiar with FatLip because of Far Side.
Because of what?
Kinda crazy when you think about it. I mean, niggas get paid just to say what they think about this, that, and the other. It sound easy, but on the real, everybody sound greasy. Talk gangsta when you really ain't one. The last gat you blasted was a paint gun. Paint fictitious pictures.
I love that bar.
When you're really a bitch, I ain't mad with ya. I wish I could make people believe that I slang keys and dug D's, but I'm sorta like a fucking dweeb, and that don't sell. I never been shot, I've been to jail, but I'm beginning to wish I had been, just to put it down on a pad with a pen. Cause all I wanna do is ball like the rest of them, inducted in the halls with the best of them. But for now it's just a dream, cause I can't think of one fucking thing. Yeah. So what you gonna do? Try to write it, but nothing will come to you. Don't try to fight it, tell me what's it gonna be. Don't lose your cool, I know it's usually so easy, but now you've been caught out with writer's block. Don't think on the fucking thing, ain't got nothing on the paper. Don't think of nothing else, ain't got nothing in your mind. In your mind is very blind. Can't think of a fucking thing,
Oh shit! I got
whenever I get any kind of writer's block, what I usually default to is personification.
Okay.
Like, oh, here's this bottle of vape juice. Let's make a poem from the perspective of this bottle of vape juice.
Right. Right.
You know, like, or like this Bluetooth speaker. Let's make a poem with it. That just helps me have something to think about. You know.
I think
So
part of what he was saying too, though, is like you're in the middle of a project and you catch writer's block. Like what to do. Like that's another piece to it too. Like, you know, what you're in the middle of writing the verse and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm stuck. Like, where was I going with this, or what's next, or like what word is going to fit here, or what phrase, and you know what I mean. So like that, I think, is a piece of being a writer in general. I think not everything has an outline or has a prompt or everything like that. Like, what if it's just in the middle of something and impromptu and you damn it, I'm stuck.
I mean, I don't know about ULP, but if I get to a point where I'm 8 bars in a 16 and I can't figure out what to write, I throw it out. I trash it. I start over. If it doesn't fly out of me naturally, I usually start over.
Interesting.
Like, I don't know how many times I guess maybe I do have writer's block because I get to 8 bars, but it's like, nah, not good. I don't want to finish this. That's happened a lot. It makes you wonder, like, how many 8 bars have I thrown out because it didn't result in a 16. So maybe I do have writer's block.
Lack of
How many of those
inspiration.
could have paired together maybe over time?
Yeah. Man, when back in the Facebook days in the early 2000s, like 2006, 2007, that show Freestyle Mondays, I literally had hundreds of 16s written. I had them all saved in a Dropbox, and I still know where the Dropbox is, but I forgot the password. I've reached out to Dropbox customer service, and the email doesn't exist anymore. So literally, it's just locked in space, hundreds of 16s. And for right now, what I'm doing, like with the Instagram and the YouTube shorts, it's a 16 a video with a unique beat behind it. That would be fucking gold. But I'm just going to be forced to write more. I think the ticket for me for writer's block is writing more, and I like what he did in that song. Like he got into dissing out fake rappers. Like some people, when they got writer's block, they default to tough guy shit when they're not a tough guy. They default to gangster shit when they're not a gangster. I default to nerd shit, dude. I get fucking real nerdy when I'm trying to just like dig deep. I don't get aggressive. Some people do. I don't like that. Some people like that. I never really liked aggressive rap. That's why I always have beef with Eminem. I just don't like the gotcha type of, I'd rather hear a really smart bar than a really funny bar. Funny bars are great, and they go so far, but I much prefer an intelligent bar over a funny bar. And I think Eminem's like, yeah, sure, they might be intelligent, but a lot of them are just kind of like in your face, shock value. I don't really like that shit. FatLip wasn't going for that. He's also a nerd. He kind of called that rap out, which I liked. I like how when he's writing a song about having difficulty writing, that's what he defaulted to. Is it like what he thinks maybe is wrong with the way people write? Well, that's a good thing to write about. What are you saying, LP?
Well, one thing that came to mind is that I suppose if you look at it, there are different types of writer's block, and maybe it's not always not being able to come up with the subject matter. Like, for example, sometimes I will not attack a song because I'm intimidated by it. Like when I wrote The Fall of Maximilian Robespierre, it took me weeks to write that song because I had so much to research and I had to understand what I was writing about. And I was intimidated to sit down and write the lyrics. But then once I got going, it was fine, And it's never like having a shortage of concepts, Like I have things I could write about till kingdom come, but it's having the time and being in the mental space to do it and whether or not I'm intimidated by it. Yeah, because I keep setting the bar higher and higher. And then,
Has there ever been so maybe another piece of writer's block here? Has there ever been a track or a song, a beat that you've listened to where you're just like, I have no idea how to even start to try to attack this beat? Like, how do I even
it's an interesting way you phrase that, man. Let me tell you guys something. On September 17th, I wrote the greatest song I've ever written in my entire life. Okay. Bar for bar, it's the best thing I've ever written in my life. And I wrote it over a unique beat. And when Unique first gave me that beat, I had no idea what I was going to do with it. Because most of the times when I hear a beat, the beats tell me a story. And it makes my job very, very easy. Any lazy beat I worked over, any X-Prem beat I've ever worked over, the story was already there. I'm like, oh, I just need to bring it to life now. Like it just takes me to someplace. I didn't know what I was going to do with this beat. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I guess that's like an example of it just came, but I had to switch that day anyway. So it's just the mind state I was in. I was able to just concoct it and it came to me right then and there. And then I wrote the whole thing.
I even kind of have like a preemptive writer's block. Like I think about I'm a good friend of Necro. I could probably get Necro on a Templeheads track, but I don't know how to approach a Necro track, like a horrorcore being as disgusting as possible, or I'd have to ask him to tame it down because I wouldn't want to do that. I want to match his level of veracity. Right. I wouldn't, but am I capable of horrorcore? I don't even know.
But this is subject based,
right? But this also speaks to collabing with people for the sake of collabing with people, or collabing with people because it fits. Like you could be a fan of an artist, but you may not be able to do art the way or imitate art the way imitate their art and have the same typical style or the way they do their thing. You may not be able to match that.
That's why I'm so stoked about Mercules, man, because we are connected. We get each other, right? Like we're on the same page.
Every time I'm like you. Every time I listen to it again, I'm just
his verse. It's better and better. Yeah, I told him today that every time I listen to it, it's better. It's a timeless piece of art. And they said, yeah, next time it will be cheaper and I'll be just as dialed in. We're totally dialed in. I'm like, fucking right, man. That is awesome. Maybe we should reach out to FatLip. I like the writer's block, and like, I think he can do some fun stuff on a Temple Heads track.
Well, it was a fun song too, is what it was, especially with the ad libs that he did in the back. You know,
and you can tell he did this out of enjoyment. Like this was not a stressful write. This was not a serious write.
No, absolutely. And I think like this also speaks to what I was talking to you guys about, like backstage, you know, in conversations where we said like the fun, listening to tracks where like the fun of music is there again. Like we've focused so much on
I just focus on surviving, getting through the show. And I'm just having a meltdown.
I'm just talking about like the tracks themselves, and like we focus so much on the lyrical content and like the pockets, and like, you know, like we were.
I see.
We structured it that way. You know what I mean? Like, but we kind of forgot like there's some good fun music out there that it may not be lyrically heavy and may not be like dense where you're gonna use. And
it's worth talking about. It's worth having a conversation about it, not just skipping through to get to the next.
Yeah, I agree. You know? There may be some artists that typically we may not have liked what we've heard from them, but they may have those one or two tracks out there that are on the fun side or something different where you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. You know, like I don't know.
And that's the thing, man. This non-live kind of style, we might get to a song where we record a video and we're just like, oh man, that was a fucking brutal song. We can't. I don't want to release this. That could happen. It hasn't happened yet. We're 2 for 2 with Apathy and FatLip. I definitely want to release this one. You guys down to release this?
Yeah, for sure. This was.
I think Pickenchews will like this video.
Yeah.
I think that was a good session. FatLip Writer's Block. Thank you for that. I like the conversation. Inspired. This is Sessions. It's a podcast. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Thanks.
Peace.